Welcome back to another episode of We Talk Fit.
With Mish and Dean.
Let me pull this up.
So you're in charge today. Just for a change.
So look at the questions. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of a quick fire and answer question.
It's your turn.
Similar to last time, but...
Look.
Righty. Favourite exercise and why?
Oh, it's
Say,
so tough. You know, you could probably choose which two it would be between. For me or for anyone?
Okay, we'll go you first, and then we'll go for anyone. Favourite exercise?
Some form of deadlift.
Form of deadlift?
For, like, if it's clients or whatever. Me, I think squat. It's very close.
Okay, so
it's very close between the deadlift and the squat for both demographics.
Yep. Cool. Why?
Why
for clients?
Just through experience, I've learned that most people can benefit from working on posterior strength.
Yep.
So whatever form of deadlift that would be, like we've chatted when you were talking about it, like whether it's a rack pull or the bottom portion of the movement or an RDL or something that's lengthening the hamstrings, or if it's hopefully working towards the whole movement and then progressing that with load. And that can only be a good thing, getting strong right up through your posterior chain.
Yep.
The reason I said squat
for you,
for me, is because I've felt that, you know, a fair few years back when I started working on really what was limiting my range of motion, and I took the time to get that, and then eventually allowed myself to start squatting what I'll call heavy.
Yep.
My strength and performance with everything else in the gym came on leaps and bounds. So my postural strength, being able to stay rigid in that position, my thoracic spine was in a better position altogether. All of those little bits and pieces that come with having a good squat.
Yeah.
So
your squat depth is next level though.
For someone with long, spindly legs like mine, it is.
Yeah.
But I had to work on it. Like I can still remember when I used to elevate my heels and trying to find that right position for where my hips needed to be to allow the external rotation to get deep. All of those little bits and pieces that we're looking at with clients that they think we're just simply good at, and we didn't work on it, you know? Yeah. I just think generally the reward out of a really good squat is so significant, it would probably put it above. And this might be a personal thing, the mental battle you have to go through to put a heavy squat on your back.
And get back up again.
Well, yeah, so if you've been brave enough to put it on your back and get in there, then you've got to commit to it, get down and get back out. There's a real grit and determination. But even just, for me, like exercise doesn't scare me, but a heavy squat, like there's an element of fear.
Yeah, fair.
Every time I go for that real high, like 2 or 3 rep set, when I build to it again, well, wherever my program is. So I think there's also that real mental strength part of it that you might not get from other movements. Because a deadlift, if you're deadlifting properly and it's beyond your capability, the worst thing that should happen is you shouldn't be able to pick it up. If you're hurting yourself doing a deadlift, it's probably not the deadlift that's hurting you. It's you're compensating to move it with shit technique or something.
100%. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like this is back to that. We've talked about being scared of deadlifts before.
Yeah.
So there's the mental part of the squat that I think's the extra bonus item.
Yeah. Cool.
There you go.
Favorite pre-workout meal?
Pre-workout meal.
Or snack?
So I'm like you, I'm going to be dead boring. So as long as my meals are in place, so like my general calories across the day, because obviously we try and train at similar times every day, but obviously depending on work flow and stuff will sometimes change. But an hour before I train-ish, something sugary.
Okay. Sugary how?
Relatively simple.
Yeah.
So like some rice cakes with peanut butter and like a little bit of peanut butter and a little bit of honey on or something.
Yeah. So most people who hear that would think a lolly. Sugar as in.
Yeah, okay. So when I say sugar, I mean simple carbohydrate.
Yeah.
So
your rice cakes, peanut butter, maybe
just something that's going to
like
be really easy to digest and not sit heavy on me when I want that fuel accessible. So like I'll do the same thing with Dylan when he's playing football. Like if depending on what time his game is, like I'll make sure he's got the protein that he needs in his body for repair, recovery and stuff. But he's going to need some instant access fuel when he needs that performance. And it's the same with us in the gym.
Yeah.
So if I had a 3-course meal an hour before I train, I would just feel sluggish, heavy. And so it has to be something that's not going to sit and riff on you.
Yeah. So most people sort of hear sugar and they'll go, oh, well, like that's a lolly, maybe I'll have that. But then when you have that kind of sugar hit,
it crashes. I think it's so instant that it'll crash.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So it's more your simple carbs and your rice cakes something like that.
That's if I've already had time for my proper calories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's obviously the most important bit.
Yeah. Cool. Favorite post-workout meal?
Relatively simple. So I know there's like some data now on nutrient timing for protein. Like we always used to say it's got to be 30 minutes to an hour after your session or instant protein window and that. And I'm a little bit like, I still sit in that bracket. Like I don't think it matters scientifically as much, but I still like to reward my hard work with that protein hit.
Yeah.
So I'll nearly always have a protein shake more or less as soon as I finish training.
Yeah.
And then depending on where I'm at with my diet, again, some simple carbs. So
what did you used to have?
Obviously, everyone knows my favorite post-workout meal is Cocoa Pops with a protein shake on top.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, how long did I say it was? 2 months?
Roughly, yeah.
So we did the carnivore diet, which obviously pulled all of the carbs out for a fair while there. And I haven't gone back to like cereals and things like that since. So at the minute, it's very similar. Like it might be some rice crackers with some honey on or something.
Yeah.
Or just, again, simple carbs that your body can use as that sort of replenish the glycogen.
Repair the muscle and start that
and
process.
help that protein get to where it's just, it needs to go to start the repair.
Yeah.
There wouldn't, if it's, simple carbs, some white rice, some even white bread and stuff like that. I'm not advocating go and have a loaf of white bread, but there's a time and a place where you can get away with easier carbohydrates.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. Favorite cardio exercise that you might incorporate somehow?
What, into my own training? Oh, that's a good question. I think sprints. Depends, because obviously
depends on what you've got. Yeah, it's massive. Yeah.
So, notoriously, I don't like running. Put a ball in front of us, footy, soccer ball, whatever. I love it. I'll run around with you all day, but I don't like running for no point. But intervals, again, last year when I was really peaking with my training, I really felt the benefit of intervals.
How many times were you doing that a week?
2 most of the time, occasionally 3.
Okay.
So the Sprint 8 program on our treadmills is 20 minutes.
And you were doing
and you do it does a 3-minute warm-up, and then it does a 1.5 minute incline walk, 30-second sprint.
On the incline?
On an incline. 1.5 minute walk, 30-second sprint, and it does that 8 times.
Yep. That's
pretty full on. Like when you get off that, you don't have much left. So that's, yes, it's cardio, but it's high intensity. It's interval sprints.
You prefer a high intensity cardio exercise opposed to just going for
I felt like it backed up my training.
Yeah.
Most. I guess if it was other stuff. I've been using the rower a little bit lately, actually, the Concept 2 rower.
Me too, yeah. Yeah.
Which is good, and I get a good hit from it. But not being from sort of CrossFit functional world, my technique needs a bit of refining.
Not being on it very often, but that's fair.
It's good though. I can smash it out. I've got a fair bit of power, but
Yeah, I've been doing the minute on, minute off on it. That's good. Cool. What is your first favourite supplement that you would take daily?
Creatine.
Thought you might say that. So what's your second? And why?
I think it's going to have to be protein,
Mm-hmm.
whey protein, like any form of whey protein, really. And I think this is more of a convenience thing. And I know you don't really use protein much, do you?
No, not much at all.
I just find that it's so convenient to get. If I'm looking at how much protein I want to get into my day, it's so easy to get a good portion of that in a very digestible form.
Yep, fair.
Very handy.
Yep.
Relatively good value, although like obviously supplements are crazy expensive at the minute.
Yeah, they're like over $100 a tub or something at the moment.
So the one I use Rule 1 at the minute, I think it's like $150 a tub or something. Obviously we get a wholesale and stuff, but still it's not cheap. But in the great scheme of things, you're probably getting more benefit from that than you are from some of the other expensive supplements.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's probably been about a year since I've had any protein powder.
If you can get enough protein in your diet, like I'm absolutely an advocate for that.
Yeah.
I just find it so convenient. A close second, because obviously creatine was just easy to just go. There's so many good things about creatine and it's still relatively cost effective. Cognitively,
we've discussed a lot.
Energy-wise, strength-wise, power-wise.
Mental health.
Yeah,
there's a lot of studies on it with depression and being able to help with that as well.
Well, as soon as I started explaining to people that like the brain's working just like a muscle anyway. So if it needs energy and it needs the same, repair processes and fuel to operate at a high level, why wouldn't you use a supplement that can help that as well? Creatine doesn't discriminate between a bicep and the brain. It's going to like everywhere. So you're going to get that reward. So that's, creatine was easy. Protein would probably be
second.
Good value. The other one that I think is definitely worth mentioning, I use Everyday Greens. And there's lots of them on the market. A little bit of product placement there, mate. I use that just because it's got a hit of absolutely everything in it. All your vitamins and minerals for a day. So especially while I was like carnivore and I wasn't eating a lot of veg and things like that, I wasn't going to become deficient in anything. That product there, not that I'm trying to sell it online, but that product there, the reason I chose that one, and like it's been really popular in here with friends and members, and is because it's also got like reishi mushroom in, ashwagandha. So that helps regulate my nervous system. So I definitely felt the benefit years ago. I used to put some reishi in like a green tea before bed. And I just felt it helped me sort of down-regulate for the day.
Settle and
now I just get all that stuff in there in one easy drink.
So you used to do that in the evening with your tea? Morning?
Yeah, I just have that in the morning when I'm having my breakfast. Yeah, I just find it sets me up. It tastes nice as well, so it might even just be, half of it might just be placebo. The fact that it tastes nice and it's a nice start to the day.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I do think there's something in the nervous system side of stuff with like your mushroom products, your ashwagandhas, Sheila G is obviously very popular. And that's in there too. Like,
yeah, both those are in there. Yeah, nice. All right,
that was a long answer.
Wow, that was good. What's the best advice that you've ever heard, whether it be in the gym or out of the gym?
Out of the gym, I've heard so many chest lifts, you probably wouldn't want me to repeat some of them. In the gym, it's not what you move, it's how you move it.
Yeah, I like that one.
I put them in that order, and I think you could literally anybody, if they're open-minded enough to listen to that, because not a lot of people are, including myself at times, ego gets brought into things. But yeah, how you move the weight, which means your technique's got to be on, and you're always looking for as much quality range of motion as possible before you load the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I did that post the other day. Actually,
Technique
I got a
before
few.
load.
Yeah, I got a few funny comments off people. What was it? If you can squat past the grass with a bar, and then as soon as you put any weight on the bar, you're squatting to like half that depth. Why are you loading the shit out of the bar?
Why are you putting load on?
Like, the answer's right in front of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's how you move the weight, not what you move.
I like that one. That's really good. And then out of the gym, anything?
Advice?
Think of?
So you know me with in and out of the gym about posture, like how you carry yourself. Sit up straight, mate. Yeah, how you carry yourself, because it could be a bloody job interview, it could be the first time you meet someone, it could be how you present yourself to your kids, because then they're gonna soak that in like a sponge, and that's gonna be their body language for the day. Like, posture, so rewarding if you can just lift yourself up a little bit. And then one foot in front of the other. Sounds really cliche and shit, but we talk about mental health a lot, and it is a big thing these days to be aware of. And sometimes when you've got a lot going on, you can be worried about a lot of variables. Yeah. And perhaps if you just take the next step. Yeah. And you figure out that's okay, actually I can take another one. So yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good analogy.
The worst thing you can say to an overthinker is don't overthink it.
Yeah, then
so if you just simplify that and say, hey, just one foot in front of the other.
That saying where it's you got how we with animals, it's like, don't think about the elephant. They're gonna think about the elephant. As soon as you say it, that's what they're gonna think of. Yeah. Okay.
That's where I reckon I'd go with that one.
Yeah. Worst piece of advice you think you've ever heard?
Oh no, you've already answered this one with your one. So I've definitely heard people talking like the whole calorie thing. And it's been used in so many different ways, but they're all getting at the same thing: to eat nothing.
Not enough.
Super low calories. Well, of course you're going to lose weight because your body's starting to shut down, you idiot. So, like, I don't know how I would word that, because I've just heard so many different ways of that being approached. Worst bit of advice. It's more, again, like, when I'm talking about how you move stuff rather than what you move, it's like turn that on its head. So, like, it might not be advice, it might be like how a coach has got a client training, like with load or whatever, or it might even be like a parent training a kid, because I've seen that a few times. Like, they're just not in the position to be lifting that heavy or what have you.
Yeah.
You can't, like, a progressive overload is such an important thing, and we're not trying to get away from that. But it can't come at the expense.
But progressive overload is still, so instead of overloading it and doing half the depth, like you say, you do the same weight, but you go for deeper. That's you're improving your range of motion. It's still just as hard. That's still a progression.
Yeah.
It's not putting weight on every single week to get that better next PB. That progression is going, all right, well, in this squat, I'm going to make sure that I squat deeper. Same weight as last week, but I'm going to go deeper. That is still progression.
Absolutely. That's kind of where I'd go with the bad advice stuff. And then a little bit more on the parenting side. Like, when we've chatted a bit before about like kids doing lots of different things, right through from young kids to teens and adolescents. More isn't better. More isn't better. If they're already flat out with training and games and specialist training and one-on-one coaching and stuff, they don't necessarily need more work. I'm always going to say strength work's going to be valuable, but you have to find the right balance. So more isn't better.
Yeah, not overworking. Yeah. getting that exposure to different things is good, but not over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's fair. Yep. What's your least favorite exercise
Oh, I've never really.
and why?
I mean, again, is this for me or is this for?
All right, so we'll do you first. We'll go, what's your least favorite exercise that you like might put off or?
I think like I'm in a pretty sweet spot with how I do my program and stuff for myself now. So kind of everything I do, I see value in.
Mhm.
Like I don't program hip thrusts for myself. You know that,
Mhm.
and it's not like it's a weird one. So I'm caught between. I can see what a hip thrust does, right? Because it loads a certain position of hip flexion. Because I'm old fashioned and boring, I hate the fact that it got overdone for about 10 years.
Or still is.
Or still is, when everybody got a camera and a tripod, and a lot of females want a booty. Because like if you can squat really well and lunge really well and all of that stuff, you don't need to be doing hip thrusts every day. You'll get a booty.
Yeah.
So hip thrust probably would just go to the top of the list because of like the fashionable side of it. Not necessarily because it's a bad movement. I'm just sick of seeing it.
Well, you certainly wouldn't use a hip thrust if you were training for footy, training athletics, training basketball. Like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen sports coaches use it, like strength and conditioning coaches, because I guess there's a power element to that. I think there's better options personally.
There's a lot better options.
It doesn't mean I'm right. It just means my take.
No, I agree with that. You don't see a football player running along thrusting while he's trying to run.
Like, probably get some sort of disciplinary sanction from doing
that. If it was doing that, yes. So I 100% agree with that. I think that's like you say, it's a place for certain things, but not for.
And I'd say maybe so a shit performed kickback. Like a cable kickback, say like that.
Yep.
So I had a little bit of a twinge going on in my back. I worked it out with some like prehab stuff in amongst my sessions. I was just doing in between sets, like bird dogs, really focusing on where my core was while I was doing that glute contraction.
Yeah.
And some kickbacks. And now I perform my kickbacks like a bit differently from your average bikini model. I like to get my hip like into a lot of flexion and push the weight down through and contract my glute rather than standing low and kicking out the back.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's a little bit of hamstring work there too. But so I do see the reward in kickbacks.
Yep.
As far as targeting one glute, isolating it. My issue is that most people that I see doing them aren't really contracting the glute to drive that weight out. They're extending the lower back.
I see that a lot as well.
So it's like
with that big arch through your lower back, and you're not actually.
So again, it's not necessarily that the exercise itself's bad. It's how it gets typically performed is why I'm putting it high on the list.
Yep.
And then again, we've just gone back full circle to how you move the weight, not what you move.
Not what you move. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. You knew it was going to be like booty exercise.
No, fair. Okay, so in your opinion and for yourself at the moment, what do you feel as though the best time of day is for you to train?
Obviously, that's a very big, like, wide question, right? Because there's a lot of things that could influence why you answer the way you answer.
Yes.
So let's just say if everything's in place, schedule-wise, commitment-wise, with all the other stuff that comes in life, if it's purely for performance with my session,
yep.
So if I want to get the most, like, best range of motion, move the most weight, whatever my goals are, probably early afternoon, early to mid-afternoon.
Like where we used to train that sort of
1, 2, maybe even 2:33.
Yeah.
So that I've had a fair bit of calories through the day.
Breakfast, snack, lunch.
I've had that pre-workout meal. and then I've got enough fuel. I've been up, I've been moving around, so my body feels pretty primed to move.
Yep.
It's not cold. So those sorts of things, I know that by like when I'm tracking my weight of what I'm doing.
Yep.
What I can move in an afternoon is very different from the morning. And then also if it's that sort of early mid-afternoon, you've still got plenty of time to recover before you're going to bed.
Yep.
So then you're starting to think about, like, I use pre-workout, so you're starting to think about like how much pre-workout's in your system before you're trying to go to sleep, and how stimulated you are from the actual exercise and movement side of things.
Yep.
So it's probably pretty optimal, really.
Which works really well for those who don't work in the middle of the day.
However, if your schedule doesn't allow it, the best time to train is the time you can get it done. So do not...
Perfect. That's what I was looking for.
Because I was well trained. Do not let the fact that you can't train in that optimal window determine you're going to the gym or not. Or whatever your training might look like. It might not be a gym, but yeah. So if you can spare an hour at 5 o'clock in the morning, then that is the best time to train.
Yeah. If you're...
As we've done.
Yeah,
you know, we just train at 4:30 in the morning every day, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
4:30.
Yeah, 4:30. Get in, train, get it done, get some cardio done, get out. Yeah.
Yep. Whenever you can make time, you won't find it, so make it.
Yeah. Beautiful. That's what I was looking for. That was good. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
With my questions that I can think of at the moment.
Okay, so I'm still coming up with some questions for you again.
The other one was,
and I believe we've got a few people that want to add to the list of questions.
See
ya, mate. Take it easy.
See ya.